Name.
Michael.
University.
Wageningen University and Research.
Year.
Second year bachelor.
Course.
Environmental sciences.
As far as the mandatory prices of tuition and anything related, what are people to expect?
Yeah, the prices are standard as the other Dutch universities. So around 2,000, 2,100 euros for people that are from countries from the European Union, and around 11,000 from people outside European Union.
Does your university have several campuses? And as far as within the city, how are they located?
No, the campus is only one, but there are several buildings inside it. So basically, the town is not that big, and the campus is located at the north side of the city, and the city center is around the south part of the city, and basically it's around 10 minutes with the bicycle.
And if we're to talk about the accommodation options, what can you tell me about, in general, how you are to find such options, how hard it is to find them, and what sort of prices of rent are to be expected?
Yeah, to find accommodation is hard, but not as hard as other cities in the Netherlands, for example, Amsterdam or Eindhoven. Um, I would say there are several options to find accommodation. First, to mention, the university doesn't provide any sort of accommodation. You have to find it yourself. You can do it um, through the website, which the university provides, in which you can see the rooms that are offered, and also you can look through Facebook. To Facebook, there are several Facebook groups which also offer student housing, for example. And yeah, so basically you have to be patient and find your room. And for prices, around 350 to 500 euros per month. Yeah, depends on the location and also the size of the room.
As far as you're aware, is there a minimum attendance percentage at the university?
No, I don't think so. You just need to be present for mandatory practicals and sometimes tutorials. Depends on the course and the course coordinators.
And for the extracurricular activities, is there a bunch of options for those?
Yeah, there are several student and sports associations. However, they usually don't provide credits for the study program. Uh, However, I think there are some courses you can take which does provide extra credits. Yeah, I'm not aware really of how that works, but yeah.
Mhm. And just a few questions about the actual town. Would you say there is things to do and see within the town? And also, what are you gonna say about the nightlife that it provides?
Yeah, the city of Wageningen is not that big, around 40,000 people population, I would say, but let's say half of them are students. So the student life is not uh, dead, I would say. There are several things that you can do in the city, but for a visitor from the other country or other city in the Netherlands, I would say there are barely anything to do in the city. You can probably go to see the church or the Rhine, the river Rhine. I don't know. But yeah, for the student activities, there are several places where you can go party and stuff. Yeah.
And if we are to look at the prices in general, what would you say about, for one, maybe within a store, about the prices of like food and different amenities that are like everyday sort of stuff, and also within clubs and bars, what are you to expect about the prices of alcohol?
Since it's a small city, the prices are not that high. I think I can't really compare it with other cities, and as I'm aware, I think the prices are really affordable, even in the clubs and the stores. Yeah.
And the last thing I would like for us to concentrate on is the transport. Um, what are your transport options for within the city? And what sort of prices are you to expect, and how would you actually go about getting to those when it comes to public transport?
Yeah, basically the most reliable option is with a bicycle because the city is not that big, as I mentioned, and you can go from one point to another in the whole city for maximum of 10 minutes with a bicycle. So that means if you decide to walk even, that is around 30 minutes, 35. There is a bus which goes from the city center in the south of the city to the university, which is in the north. And this takes around 10 minutes. Yeah, depends how many people are gonna take the bus and how often it will stops. And let's say the ticket is around 2 euros or one 160 or something like this. Yeah, and also the probably the drawback of the city and the transport is that there is no train station in the city, so you have to go to another city which is 30 minutes by bus, and there you can get a train to another town in the Netherlands, which most of the Dutch students which don't live here do.
And exactly on what you were talking right there, the last question I have for you is, as far as again transport, but when you need to come in to the city from, let's say, a different country, um, what sort of routes are possible for that, and what sort of like time are you to expect to maybe arrive from an airport or something like that?
Yeah, if you come from another country, probably with an airport most often. Yeah, if you come to the Netherlands in Amsterdam, there is a straight connection between Amsterdam airport, I think the station is called, and then to Ede, which is the city 30 minutes by bus from here. So yeah, and then when you come in Ede, you can take the bus from there. It's exactly at the station. The bus station is near the train station, and then this is 30 minutes the bus and around 1 hour with the train. So 1.5 hour from Amsterdam. And if you come to Eindhoven airport, then you have to go from there to the from the airport to the Eindhoven Central, the train station. This is 30 minutes by bus, and then from there you can go to Utrecht first because there is no direct train route between the cities, so you have to have a transit in Utrecht and then from Utrecht to Ede, which is in total 1.5 hour. And in total, if you go from Eindhoven to Wageningen, it's 2.5 hours. So the Amsterdam option is better.
Thank you for your time. That was Michael from Wageningen University Research.